What is up, everybody? It's the chairman of the United States Department of Nerds, where we are for the people, by the people, and of the people. I'm going to be doing things a little bit different this week, and we're going to skip the intro and we're just going to dive right into comic books tonight. So, this week is the 8th episode of 2025, and we had 202 new releases this week and 548 releases overall, including variants, which is a very big week. And of course, I don't know how many comic shops actually got the books they ordered, as distribution continues to be a plague on the industry. But let's dive in. We're going to start with Marvel like we always do. And up first, we're going to have Erica Schultz's new book, Daredevil Unleash Hell, the RedBand, issue 2. And this cover this week was done by Gerardo Zaffino. In this issue, Elektra is at odds with Daredevil. Nothing new there. And she is alone on the trail of a serial killer whose work has a hauntingly familiar style. I really enjoy Erica Schultz's writing. She's done a fantastic job on this. Her Laura Wolverine, and also on Rat City from Spawn. I've really come to enjoy her writing style. It's really good. I can't recommend this enough. Daredevil, Unleash Hell, RedBand. Go pick yourself up a copy and give it a read. I'm really enjoying this book. So moving right along this week, staying in Marvel, we have a brand new #1 with Doom Academy, written by Mackenzie Cadenhead and cover. This is the Ryan Brown cover. So the Strange Academy is no more, with Dr. Doom being the new Sorcerer Supreme. It is now known as the Doom Academy. It has been relocated from New Orleans to Latveria. And the best magic school in the world just got a lot better, according to some. It's in its second year for the students of the Strange Academy, and things just got very interesting as Dr. Doom is the new Sorcerer Supreme. I love this cover. It is completely badass. And I can't wait to give this a read this week. It's going to be fantastic. So we got a couple of more titles for Marvel, which is kind of unusual. I don't really get a whole lot of Marvel outside of Star Wars, but the new Doctor Doom stuff I'm really feeling. So I may be giving those a read. But let's go to a galaxy far, far away for a couple of titles. And we'll start with Star Wars, The High Republic, Fear the Jedi, written by Kevin Scott, whose writing I really enjoy. And this is the Phil Noto cover. So what scares the Jedi? We are in the final arc of The High Republic. As fighting continues within the Occlusion Zone, Jedi Master Keeve Trennis is set upon a path that will change her life forever. And in this issue, which is really cool, we get Kelnaka from the Acolyte making a special appearance. I really enjoyed Kelnaka. I don't think he got the love that he really should have gotten in the Acolyte. So they're making up to him in comic book, which I'm really enjoying. Star Wars, The High Republic. Go pick up some High Republic and give it a read. It is really good stuff in here. So staying with the galaxy far, far away, we are on issue 8 of Ahsoka. And if you don't know, this is following along with the TV series, so it matches up by the episode. This is issue 8, so it's episode 8 of the TV series. In here, this is, of course, written by Rodney Barnes, who is a phenomenal writer himself. And this is the Takashi Okazaki cover, but I also picked up covers from Rod Reese, Hernando Souza, and David Nakayama as well. This one is called The Jedi, the Witch, and the Warlord. Of course, in this one, the heroes are racing to prevent Grand Admiral Thrawn from escaping Peridia. And I really enjoy the comic book. You get to see a little bit more that you didn't get to see in the TV series, because you can only show so much on a TV series. But the comic book is more than making up for it. If you can, either track this down and give it a read, or wait for it to come out to a compendium and then pick it up and give it a read, because it has been really, really good. But jumping on to DC now, again, if you know me well enough, I don't do a whole lot of DC, but there's certain characters that I do buy, I do enjoy reading. And so next one is one of them. We have Zatanna, issue 1. And this is volume 3, issue 1. It's being written by Jamal Campbell. And I picked up covers from Sozo Meka and Chris Bachalo. And so Zatanna is back on tour, and she's got her stage crew back together, is looking forward to a less chaotic chapter of her life. But there's always a but when it comes to her. Her stage crew just got abducted by a ghostly new adversary called the White Lady. This is looking to be fun. I really enjoy Zatanna, and I'm glad that she's getting a bunch of love, and finding out that she's going to be included in the new DCU is amazing to me, because I am a big fan of hers. So I'm really looking forward to her showing up in the DCU eventually. But staying in DC, I have Alex Segura's doing this book. I'm a fan of his writing as well. And this is The Question All Along the Watchtower, issue 4. And I got the Lucio Perillo cover. That's this one. And the Cian Torme cover as well. So the Watchtower is overrun, and The Question and Batwoman must rally a ragtag group of allies to retake the Watchtower from a surprising villain, as the true mastermind behind the conspiracy to take over the Justice League's headquarters is revealed. This has been really fun, and it's really good. I like The Question, and I like the fact that she doesn't get used often. So when she does show up, it's truly special. And this is a phenomenal cover by Lucio. And if you can, I highly recommend you picking this up and giving this one a read as well. So up next, we're moving over to Dynamite this week. And so I think the Dynamite titles I got this week, I just kind of picked up. Well, the first one anyway, I just picked up for fun. But the other one I picked up from Dynamite, I'm really looking forward to reading. But this one I did pick up just for fun, because I thought it was going to be a fun comic book to read. And that's Mars Attacks Red Sonja. And I'm not sure how smart it was for Mars to attack Red Sonja of all people. But this one is written by John Layman. And this is the Luca Strati cover. And so the mad little Martians are back, and they picked on the wrong red-haired she-devil with a sword to mess with. So this just looked like it was going to be fun. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to give this one a read and see how I enjoy it. I don't pick up a lot of Red Sonja. The stories kind of get repetitive to me, so I kind of got myself away from them. But this one was fun, as I'm a fan of Mars Attacks. So we'll see how it works out. So up next from DC is a book I put in for the FOC on back when I was available to do so. And I'm just now getting it in. It's been out for quite a while now. And I picked up issue 1 and issue 2 both together because they came in at the same as that time. And that is, of course, this is from Dynamite as well. And this is issue 1 of Alex Segura's. And I picked up covers from Francisco Francavilla. Well, he did both covers actually on this book. This is, of course, written by Alex Segura, and this is Miss Fury, Green Hornet. And in this book, they both happen to show up to investigate the murder of their mentor, the Silver Shriek, and they realize that they must work together to figure out who killed their mentor and who is also targeting other heroes from the past and present. So, like I said, I'm a big fan of Alex Segura's writing. Here's the second cover of issue 2. Issue 1, and I'm excited to give this a read. I'm a big fan of his writing. Now, I'm a big fan of the Green Hornet and have been for quite a few years now. And it's one of those characters from my childhood that I enjoyed. I'm happy to pick it up and read it again. So we're going to go over to Dark Horse this time. We're going to be making a couple of mini pit stops here at some of the smaller indie publishing companies. And I'm not saying Dark Horse is a small publishing company. They're not. They have a lot of great titles, especially when it comes to Star Wars. But this one, I'm really excited for, actually. And it's a new title from James Tynion and Steve Fox and Peter Kowalski. And this is Let This One Be a Devil, issue 1. And it dives into the folklore from southern New Jersey of the Jersey Devil. This cover is done by Gavin Fullerton. And according to a recent announcement from Tynion, this is the start of a comic book lineup that will visit legendary cryptids and folklore. And that's what has me excited, is that they're going to be doing different books for different cryptids and different folklore. I don't know if it's just going to be the U.S. or if it's going to expand out to other countries or what. But I'm a huge fan of that kind of stuff and stories that revolve around cryptids and folklore and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about it. And I'm really excited they started with the Jersey Devil as well. So this is issue 1. You got time. Go pick yourself up a copy of it. Give it a read. It's from James Tynion, so you know it's going to be fantastic writing, and the story is going to be very good. So we're going to stop at Titan Comics real quick. And this is going to be issue 3 of Heat Seeker Combustion from the Gun Honey series. And this is written by Charles Adai. And this is the Kendrick Lim cover. If you enjoyed pulp fiction and crime thrillers, I would definitely look into this series, as it is a really good pulp noir type of comic book. If you like the James Bond type stuff with a little bit of girls mixed in, this is definitely up your alley. But up next, I have something from EC, Entertaining Comics, and Oni Press. It's one of my favorite books to come out. And it's been out for a while now, and this is going to be issue 8 of Epitaphs of the Abyss. And in this one, we have stories from Jeff Jensen, Jordan Thomas, and Joshua Hell Fielkove. I probably butchered that. And we get art from Valeria Berzo and David Lapham. And this is the Lee Bermejo cover, which is a fucking awesome cover. I'm not going to lie. I really enjoy this cover. And every tombstone tells a tale. And as always, we are getting 3 new tales of horror from that celebrate that one thing we crave the most, fear. I really enjoy this series. You could just pick up any copy of this that you wanted to if you're a fan of horror comics and give it a read, because all the stories are going to be different in each issue. And it's really enjoyable every single time. I can't say enough good things about this. I love what Oni Press is doing and Entertaining Comics is doing with this. It is enjoyable. And I enjoy the fact that each time I get a copy, it's completely different from the last. The art, the writing, everything is completely different. So it's like a whole new book every single time. Highly recommend you pick this up if you're a fan of horror. It's amazing. So up next, I'm stopping in IDW for a minute. And we're going to start with, actually, it's one of my daughter's books. She's a huge Rick and Morty fan. And IDW just released Rick and Morty, Ricklemania. And this is just a fun book. It's written and drawn by Mark Ellerby. And I picked up covers from Kyle Starks, Mark Ellerby, and Jarrett Williams. And so the wrestling bug has struck the Smith household, and Morty begs Rick to take him to see the Interdimensional Wrestling Federation, where Jerry ends up signing a contract. And of course, Rick and Morty must help Jerry out once again to avoid his own demise. Rick and Morty, my daughter loves Rick and Morty. And so I picked this up for her. She's been collecting it now for quite a few years now. And I think we have full runs of the last 3 years of Rick and Morty. So IDW, Ricklemania, get you some of this, especially if you're a wrestling fan like I am. Really fun, really cool. Ricklemania. Also, I picked up a 1 in 25 variant. This is issue 4 of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin Re-Evolution. And this is the Freddie Williams II variant. Now, of course, it's a 1 in 25. And then my LCS actually got this by accident. And so I picked it up for cover price. So good for me, bad for them. I appreciate him giving me the chance to pick it up at cover price, though. So making a quick stop by Zenescope. And we have Grim Tales of Terror, The Candy Lady. And this is what I've been excited to read for a while now. This is Grim Tales of Terror, Volume 5, Issue 2, The Candy Lady, written by Joe Bruscia, and this is the cover by Pier Luigi Abbondanza. The Candy Lady, in the early 1900s, the quiet town of Terrell, Texas, was haunted by a string of horrifying disappearances. Children are vanishing without a trace, leaving behind only the rotten, decaying teeth. And a century later, the curse of the Candy Lady has resurfaced once again. I just enjoy a good horror book, and this is one of them. Grim Tales of Terror from Zenescope is always fun. It's always entertaining, and it's always a little. I like how it can be spun, and it kind of has a real world feel to it, but not quite. The Candy Lady, good stuff right here from Zenescope. And Joe Bruscia. Joe Bruscia is such a good writer. We're moving over to Image now, so that means we're almost there and we're almost done. So we have Luana Vecchio's Doll Parts, A Lovesick Tale. I've been with the Lovesick Tale series for a while now, and it's always really fun to me. There are always good stories. Luana Vecchio is 100% one of the most talented people out there right now doing comic books. But this is Doll Parts, A Love Sit Tell, issue 3. She does the cover, she does the interior, and with her identity compromised to dangerous perverse and killer, Mad, that's Mad, must devise a plan to protect herself while also keeping her parents in the dark. This has been a fun series so far. If you're in, it's so close to real world, it's frightening to me being, a father myself. But Luana Vecchio is absolutely nailing it on this series. And if you've seen her work in other things, you would understand that she is uber talented and deserves all her flowers when it comes to writing into comic books. Jumping over to World Tree, which is another book from Tinian, we have issue 13. And this is from Image and Tiny Onion, which is Tinian's publishing company. And this is written by James Tinian, and Fernando Blanco is on the interior. He also did a cover, as well as Javi Fernandez did a cover on this one as well. In this issue, Ellison continues to piece together the sad, strange story of the girl who became Fear, hoping to discover the key to defeating the Undernet. In this arc of the story, we are learning all about the World Tree killer Fear and her backstory. And it keeps getting better with each issue. If you can find the compendium, I would recommend picking up the compendium of this book and giving it a read, as it is really, really good. Tinian does a fantastic job on all his titles, and this is no exception to that. So go pick this up if you can. So we've made it this far. That means we're into the Spawn universe now. And we're going to start with Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger, issue 3. And in this one, it's written by Jimmy Palmiotti with Patrick Reynolds on the interior. And we got covers by Marco Falia and Marcel Toledano. Marcel Vargas, how about that? Because I can't pronounce his middle name. In under 48 hours, the gunslinger's life underwent an unexpected transformation, granting him extraordinary power and newfound abilities, but also unleashed a hidden realm of existence. So this one is a prequel to the Gunslinger Spawn of modern day. It's been really good so far. We're 3 issues in, and man, it just keeps getting better. And I know today, Image announced they're going to be adding a new title, I think in May, to the Spawn universe that I'm really excited about as well. I posted it up on my Instagram. If you follow me there, it's at USDN podcast, like all my other social media. But the announcement is up there in the stories if you want to check that out on what their new Spawn title is going to be from the Spawn universe. But Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger, go pick it up. It's been fantastic. Jimmy Palmiotti is doing a fantastic job on this one. So up next, we have King Spawn this week. This is issue 42, written by Rory McConville, who is currently writing this arc. And we got covers from Francisco Tomaselli and Thaddeus Robeck. And so something old and malevolent is lurking in the shadows of New York City. And even with his powers restored, can Spawn defeat the ancient evil before the more innocent lives are lost? We're 42 issues deep into this book, and it just keeps getting better. King Spawn, if you can, I know the compendiums are out for it right now. You can get them off image.com or your local LCS. Give it a read. It's been fantastic. So last but not least, I started the show with Erica Schultz. I wanted to end the show with Erica Schultz. We have Rat City right here. So in this one, of course, it's written by Erica Schultz. Zay Carlos is doing the interior. Bjorn Behrens and Marco Falia did covers this week. In this issue, a new threat emerges as PTS is in shambles, and now the fight is becoming personal. And this has been good. It really has. Erica Schultz has made this character come to life in such a short span of time. And I'm really excited each time there's an issue out because I know it's going to be a good read, as she is a very talented writer. Can't recommend this enough to y'all. If you can get your hands on them, give them a read. So that is it for this week, y'all. That was a huge, huge lineup this week. And I know I'm missing some titles as well. And not a whole lot I could do about it, as, you know, with Diamond going out of business, basically, there's shipping is going to be a problem for a while until that is figured out, because I don't see them sticking around. And I know other publishers are already jumping ship and moving to different distribution channels, but we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. But so that was my recommendations for the week of February the 19th. Let me know what you picked up down in the comments of this video. I want to know, and I want to see what you're picking up. So let us know. If you enjoyed this episode, be on the lookout for all the covers that I picked up. I'll be posting those up tomorrow and Sunday on my other social media platforms. You can find me there at USDN Podcast on Facebook and Instagram and Threads. Blue Sky, you can find me as USDN Chairman on there. That's where I usually start the covers, and then I go to Instagram and Facebook. It's a whole system of how it works out for me, because I do a lot of posting. So what's coming up next for me? We still are going to be closing out Cobra Kai. I didn't get to it this week, obviously, due to some weather stuff going on here, but that will happen next week. I'm going to be working with my co-host for that show to schedule. So I'm excited to get that done and close out that chapter. And then I'll add the entire series that I have for Cobra Kai onto YouTube, probably all at the same time, and make everybody a little watch list of Cobra Kai for everyone to enjoy, as I'm still in the process of doing that. So I'm saving Cobra Kai. I'm going to make it into one big playlist for y'all. That way you can just go to that one playlist and watch all my episodes on Cobra Kai, which I'm telling you was phenomenal. It was a great, great series that ended beautifully. The writers, directors, that entire team, the actors, everybody did a fantastic job closing out Cobra Kai. It was beautiful. No crap. Beautiful series. So that's all I have for this week. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you did, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and stay tuned for more. On behalf of myself, the chairman, and my council of nerds, this USDN short is USDN approved. Thank you, everybody.